right, time to get into WCW Thunder May 3rd, 2000.
Wow, and how long ago that feels. that is 22 years ago.
That's rough.
That's fucked up, man.
And think about it, man. Ric Flair's about to have his last match ever.
Oh my God!
Again.
Yeah, okay. Can we talk about that for a second? That's Ric Flair's last match ever, and the man himself got himself got himself in there. That's so sick.
I couldn't have it any other way, to be honest with you.
I wish it was a singles with Jarrett going over.
Yeah, me too.
That'd be fucking awesome. So let's talk about some Wrestling Observer notes going into this event, or sorry, mostly after this event, because after I didn't realize until I began watching the show that this Thunder is the same week as the last WCW review we did with David Arquette as champion and Hogan getting bloodbathed and all that fucking shit going on. So a lot of similar stuff. So I had to kind of look through a couple bits here, but I was able to find some fun stuff going on at the time. From the May 8th, 2000 Wrestling Observer, Sabu is the new XPW champion, winning a one-night tournament on April 29th, beating John Cronus, Damian Steele, and Messiah in the finals. Chris Candido held the belt, but no-showed the previous night in Ventura. They did an angle where Rob Black appeared on the video screen in a fake phone call, telling Candido to not show up as a part of their promoter versus promoter feud. Supposedly, Sabu will defend the title on 5-5 FMW show against Mr. Ganosuke. Is that right?
Yeah. Ganosuke?
Yeah, Ganosuke, maybe that's right, yeah. Which makes a strange political deal because Paul Heyman is supposed to be sending Balls Mahoney and New Jack to the same show, and ECW and XPW at this point appear to be at odds. After being fired
appear to be at odds.
Appear to be. Yeah. After being fired via fax by Heyman earlier in the week, Jeff Jones appeared on the XPW show and did the typical name-calling bit. Speaking of XPW, 2 stars of a new bondage video put out by XPW are John Cronus and Nicole Bass. And the next show is on May 26th.
That's like a fever dream. I can't even imagine anything like XP. Like, it's funny because XPW's running shows still.
They come back, yeah.
Yeah, they came back now. But it's
less
funny,
porn,
like, yeah, it's definitely not the same XPW that it was. You know,
No.
I can't even imagine that existing in now. Like, I can't. It's just no way.
No way. I mean, if you guys are cool with it though, porn and wrestling, let us know.
Yeah, really, because we have connections and we can make that happen.
Tony can perform. He is a DILF. Dude, yeah. Nicole Bass and John Cronus appearing in a bondage video. You want to do that for like SGH or something?
Watch this. I don't know how long it is.
just to do it. Not even record it. Just mean you watch it.
Yeah. We'll report back soon.
Yeah. In ECW news, this is for you, James. Jason Knight didn't work any of the 3 shows. So
Jason Knight didn't work. End of sentence. That's right. That's right.
You got it. So Incredible's entourage consisted only of Francine. The third night in Poughkeepsie, 10 state troopers showed up looking for Jason Knight, and late that evening, he voluntarily turned himself into the police on a bench warrant for a DUI many years back and jumping bail. He is charged with jumping bail and has a May 10th court date. He was released on $500 bail. The sexiest man alive, Jason.
Free my man, the sexiest man. That's crazy. He didn't do nothing.
He didn't do. There's also more Jason Knight to come, by the way. I will just get you excited here.
Jason Knight came tonight.
In WCW news, Vampiro on April 26 had a contract dispute with WCW, which resulted in him contacting WWF. By the next day, everything had been smoothed over, and he apologized and was expected to sign a new deal this week.
Wait, what?
Vampiro was gone, he said. They had a problem.
No way. No way.
You don't think WWF wanted Vampiro?
No way.
He was calling him. He was on the phone. Who do you think was on the phone with JR? What do you want?
He said, you know what? We do want Sting really bad.
We need to bring back the oddities. You would fit in right there with them. Speaking of contract stuff, Evan Courageous was offered a new deal of $85,000 per year. I just wanted to get your thoughts on if you thought that was insane or not. $85,000 per year. Is that an Evan Courageous number, you think?
I mean, yeah. I mean, like, I guess so.
Yeah,
85 is like, I guess after, I'm pretty sure they didn't pay for travel or anything. So I guess you take taxes out, right? You take travel out. He's probably not making like any money at all.
Well, Vampiro, he probably would have made more if Vampiro was leaving. But Vampiro apologized and said, please, they don't want me. WWF has talked with Brock Lesnar, the current NCAA heavyweight champion, who has a great look for wrestling as he's 6'3", 265, with a tremendous physique and looks like the blonde-haired version of Steve Austin, but only larger. So he doesn't look like Stone Cold at all.
No way. No, not even close.
No chance. I don't know. Meltzer is crazier. Both WWF and WCW have expressed interest in him as he met with Bischoff and Russo. Since the meeting, he spoke with both Gerald Briscoe and Kurt Angle and indicated to them he was leaning towards WWF. If he signs, he has a meeting next week in Stamford, Connecticut. He would start with Ohio Valley Wrestling, OVW 2000, as his assistant coach at the University of Minnesota, and former training partner Shelton Benjamin is already in Louisville. Benjamin is said to have a great attitude towards pro wrestling, although he has yet to appear on television yet. They are also looking at potentially bringing in a third wrestler from the same college team. So yeah, Brock Lesnar being talked about here in 2000 it is, and we don't see him until...
Well, it's hard not to. That guy was
sure.
From every... you remember when he came into WWF.
Yeah, he looked just like Stone Cold.
He was doing the stunners and all.
Wise drinking beers, Brock Weisers.
I remember the OVW clips. They show real grainy stuff of him hitting the Stone Cold Stunner. And,
off the really top.
Cool. Yeah, him and Shelton were doing duo stunners and shit.
They were just running Rock and Austin matches.
Yeah, no, that was pretty sweet. Huh?
Yeah, that was cool.
Nothing's touching that 2002 OVW class. Like,
no way, man. The 2000. I'll tell you about it some more.
Yeah, nobody's touching that. And look at all the legends here. That's almost as good as the 2008 WWE roster. Ain't nobody touching that.
Fucking hell, man.
Ain't nobody touching that.
The May 15th, 2000 Wrestling Observer here. This is just talking about Thunder's rating, that the Thunder we're about to cover. Thunder did a 2.23 rating. The drop from the past 2 weeks was probably more due to the show starting 1 hour earlier than usual. The early start time didn't seem to make any sense because there was no special sports programming on the station that would have necessitated a change. The fact that was the prime reason is shown by the first hour doing a horrible 1.66 rating, which is that being a horrible number is, again, it's just crazy.
Yeah, you're right.
At this. The second doing a respectable 2.66. That's only respectable, 2.66. I don't even know if anyone does a 2.66 anymore. Maybe SmackDown.
That's crazy. It's just crazy how central TV was back then and how it's just not anymore.
It's not at all, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, a lot about the ratings there and talking about just how much it sucked. The show peaked at a 3.02 with the Battle Royal and showed a strong improvement from start to finish since the show opened with a 1.51 and grew all the way, which is a sign that people weren't leaving the show, which is shocking to me because that Battle Royal, fuck that Battle Royal, man.
Yeah, that was an interesting decision. If there was even a decision, I don't know.
Yeah, I have no idea. Hey, you want to hear more about Jason Knight?
Please, it's something good. He's getting pushed big time.
Well, of course. Jason Knight was under the impression over the weekend he'd been fired since he went to get his airplane tickets for the shows in Minnesota, and there were none. He hadn't been given any notice of being fired, but he's taken off all advertising in regard to being with Credible. After talking with management, he posted that he had a 2-year contract and was going to be phased down as a manager and used more as a wrestler. His situation still may be tenuous.
It's his time.
I don't think that ever happens.
Yeah, he got played. That's fucked up, bro. He's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, listen, man. The world's sexiest man. You can't find something for Jason. This is not XPW can find a lot of things. I bet.
Yeah, I bet. He can wrestle his ass off. I've seen him work a lot of crazy stuff. Like
they probably got a bunch of video series for him too.
Yeah.
Plenty for the sexiest man. This is something we talked about a bit as well, the Sting and Vampiro feud. Meltzer goes into here. It's real clear Sting versus Vampiro, while a good marriage on paper is failing because Sting doesn't respect Vampiro and won't allow scenarios to really put him over, as even when left for dead in the cemetery, he came back and destroyed him by the end of the show. That is about the Nitro we watched, of course.
Oh, yeah. That was a hell of a segment in the graveyard.
Well, more important, their matches in the ring don't click because Sting won't take most of Vampiro's moves. This is not to make Sting the only villain here. It was clearly a big mistake to turn Vampiro heel because he was one wrestler starting to get over under the previous regime as a face, and the turn being so soon deadened the character, even with how hard they are pushing the angle. When Vampiro and WCW had their contract problem last week and an inquiry was made to WWF, wrestlers that had worked with him in WCW and Mexico were asked and gave very negative recommendations, and WWF had no interest in him. ECW did express interest after not having any serious interest. There was talk, but Paul Heyman never called him back at crunch time, which tells you the interest was never serious.
They were about to push Jason Knight.
Well, of course. They should put Vampiro with him, the world's sexiest men.
Jason Knight didn't take any of his moves.
Jason Knight, I don't know if Jason Knight is a trained wrestler. Actually.
As far as I know, he's one of the greatest ever to do it.
In Russo's script, both Sting and Vampiro was supposed to come back covered in dirt after their graveyard match, which was actually taped the previous night, but for whatever reason, that didn't happen. Vampiro hasn't signed a new deal, but with everything proposed, it could work out close to $600,000 per year. So Evan Courageous, $85,000, Vampiro, $600,000.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Yeah, that's yeah.
I mean, Vampiro was over, but that's
Sting said you're about to be over. Yes, you are. I promise you that, buddy.
You want me to pay you how much there, Sean?
That's crazy, man.
How about you give Paulie a call? I think he's got you right there.
You need money, you call Paulie.
Dustin Runnels should be returning with a Goldust-like character called something like Platinum. Well, that doesn't happen, but something better does, of course. We'll eventually have to watch the 7 episode, I imagine.
Yeah, I think we have to.
This is about the Nitro that we watched before this, by the way, as well. Just I feel like this is necessary to note. On the Nitro in Birmingham, the guy who did the run-in wearing the Sting mask from the stands just before the bloodbath on Hogan after the Mike Awesome match was not a plant. It was actually a guy by the name of Jamie Cagle who was doing it as a publicity stunt, and he was arrested after the show and taken to juvenile detention unit and held for the night.
This sounds like the dude that went into the Golden State Warriors game as like a fake basketball player or something, and they arrested him.
I wonder if he hadn't taken off the Sting hood, if the security would have like just let it be. Like, I think him unmasking is what gave him away, really. Oh, yeah. Fuck, it's a Sting.
Yeah, really. I didn't even think about that, but Sting wore the Sting mask a lot, so you could probably just go in there and Sting and be fine.
Yeah, absolutely. And there's a couple more things here, but they are in regards to something that happens on the show, so we will double back to talk about that because it is unbelievable, actually. It is unbelievable.
Really? All right, so the show kicks off here. All right.
Yes, it does. No, keep it real.
All right, the show kicks off here. Where it recaps the Nitro episode we reviewed recently.
I thought I was having a fucking nightmare. I couldn't believe it.
If you would like to hear about the Nitro before this Thunder, we have reviewed it. It's the one where Sting goes to the graveyard.
Yes, it's Sting goes to the graveyard, and there's Arquette is still the champion at this point. There's a lot of fucking crazy shit going on. I believe it's episode 146 is the one you're looking for. So if you haven't heard that, definitely go back and listen to that. This show, it opens with the bird shit logo Stinger, which is I've come to not dislike that logo as much.
Good logo.
Yeah, you like it, don't you?
I do like it.
Yeah, fair enough. But yeah, they recap all the shit, all the Arquette shit, and Russo, Vampiro, and Sting doing their graveyard bullshit. DDP hitting Tank Abbott with a diamond cutter. Go listen to our review.
Yeah, really. It's everything, the whole thing.
Unbelievable.
We kick it off with the WCW Thunder intro. This is different. I think they changed this in 99 to this one.
Yes, I think that's right. Which, I like this intro a lot, actually.
This is the song Here Comes the Pain by Slayer.
What? Is that right?
Legit.
Wait, I didn't know that. Oh my god. Wow, okay. Dude, this song is fucking, I like this intro a lot. Maybe because I haven't watched a lot of Thunder, I don't really recognize it, but it's fucking cool.
Yeah, and I know Lex Luger has something to do with it, bro.
Why Lex Luger? Because he's in it a lot?
Because if you go back and watch the Nitro and you remember what Lex Luger was dressed as, that we reviewed, Lex Luger definitely has something to do with this.
This feels like Pro Wrestling Cinema filmed this, by the way. All the shots of this.
I love this intro for Thunder.
Yeah, it's very cool.
This is an awesome intro.
What do you, and I think, is this the stage that you like with the starry background, or did you not like that?
No, I'm not huge on this.
We like I feel like we talked about it where we like the gigantic fucking one, right? It's just a gigantic fucking
It's got to have the logo. Yeah, it's got to have the big, huge logo, and it moves to the side to let them come out. Yeah, that one's awesome. The starry one's just like feels like a house show.
Yeah, you're right. It does. You're right. Pew, pew. A lot of pyro even here for Thunder. Was Thunder? I looked it up. For some reason in my mind, I thought Thunder was on Wednesdays, but I think this one was on a Thursday? Or they were Thursdays? Okay.
They changed nights. They kept changing nights. Yeah.
Wonder why it didn't do as great.
I mean,
1.62 or whatever.
I think if they looked at it differently, like if they, I'm looking back on it.
Sure.
If they maybe didn't try to make it like Nitro, but with like less the thought put into it.
Yeah.
I'm sure they spent a lot of money on this. Like,
it looks like it because it wasn't like it wasn't taped after Nitro. It was his own shit.
Like sometimes it's just okay. Like, I understand the thought process behind wanting every single show to be like the same tier, but sometimes it's just okay to have a show that's not the main show. If that makes sense.
Yeah, I'm sure. Especially
if the fans are already going to look at it like that.
Yeah,
I mean, that's what it is.
And this is, I mean, they still have I guess probably about a year left, right, of doing Thunder, and I imagine it doesn't get much better from here on out because even at this point, when we're 2000, I think Thunder started in '98. They've already given up.
What makes you say that? Well, I guess we'll talk about it.
We'll talk about it, yeah. There's also random fans in the crowd. I feel like I see this a lot, like every time we watch WCW, just holding up DDP's book. They just hear, I have this book. Here's DDP.
Yeah, WWE said, we'll make that your whole gimmick.
You are a happy man that writes and reads. Yeah, look at you.
And also goes after Undertaker's wife. That's, you know what? Never mind. I don't know what WWE was doing.
They didn't have, we'll call Vampiro. We'll figure out something.
We open the show up. Horace Hogan, the leader of the Millionaires Club, is leading the pack backstage by a loading door.
Scouting out to the Millionaires Club with some allies, they say. So I don't really know who's in and who's out.
It's Horace Hogan and his allies. They're not named. It's Sting and like fucking all these dudes backstage. It's just Horace Hogan.
Horace Hogan is the main shot here. It's Kurt Hennig, fucking Canyon. Also, I forgot until later on in the show, but I'm gonna say it here. So it's Hogan, Canyon, Flair, DDP, Horace Hogan, Sting, Kurt Hennig, and Hugh Morris. And I didn't think of anything of this. I was like, okay, fucking Hugh Morris, whatever. Hugh Morris was fired last week.
He was.
Or this week on Monday. He was fired. He was fucking fired. And his boys are fired on this show. So what the fuck is going on here?
We do not care. Because
we don't care.
He is in huge angles. Fucking, he's in a big part of a match later. We do not care.
Not a little bit. Not even the slightest fucking
No one
care,
even
man.
questioned it. No one even knows who that is. They said, send that white boy out there. They said, all right.
So it's the Millionaires Club and the Allies. They're standing backstage waiting for the new blood to arrive. And we cut to a shot of the commentators, which is Tony Schiavone, Mike Tenay, and Bobby Heenan. They're talking about David Arquette still being world champion and building to the triple cage match at Slamboree. This, I believe, is the go-home to Slamboree. Is that right?
That's right. 4 days till.
Tony Schiavone in the Deadlock colors. Shouts out to Tony Schiavone.
Crazy commentary table for this show. Mike Tenay, Tony Schiavone, and Bobby Heenan are the commentators
for Thunder.
For the show. Crazy.
Yeah.
Also, I think it would have been hilarious if they attacked the limo and it wasn't the new blood. It was just some random dude. It's like David Arquette pulled up or something.
It was Ralphus.
It just gets his ass kicked.
Ralphus' ass, all of them.
It's like that Halloween movie where the dudes in the... They should have done that here.
That'd be fucking awesome. I agree.
So yeah, a limo does pull up. A driver gets out and he knocks on the door. He knocks on a loading bay door. Please open the loading bay door.
Please, I'm trying to get in. Also, as they pull up, Horace Hogan is peeking through the side door, and he looks and he says, "Here they come." He's like a child.
Well, he's the leader of the Millionaires Club. He's the number one guy in the Millionaires
That's true.
Club. Always has been.
He makes the most money here. $3 million a year. Vampiro 600,000. Evan Courageous
5-star. Don't hear it. 5-star Horace. Don't hear it. A driver gets out, hits on the door.
Bangs on the grating.
Sting is the first one from underneath this door. The limo driver doesn't even wait, and he just sprints away from this door.
This crazy white boy, get away from me.
Sting. Why is Sting? That's crazy. I don't know. To me, that was like insane. He didn't even wait for the door to open.
That's what I mean. Why didn't they just wait for it to come all the way up and then rush it? Like, that would have been a cool shot. Yeah,
no way.
I gotta go. I don't got time for this. So they fucking drag Bischoff and Russo out of the limo. They're beating everyone's ass. The new blood start filing out. Everyone's fighting. A red PT Cruiser pulls up, and it's Buff Bagwell and Shane Douglas. And they
the
jump
tag
out.
team champions.
The franchise driving a BT Cruiser pulls up. They start fighting. There's a big brawl back into the building.
There's got to be something to be said about how Buff might be like the best like tag team dude ever. Like he's able to just draw people in and make it entertaining somehow every single time. It doesn't matter who he's with.
He's the epitome of a tag guy.
It's awesome. So they're brawling or whatever. Kimberly Page has a shirt that says Kimberly on it.
That's fucking great.
She is the GOAT. I don't know.
She is unbelievably fucking gorgeous, man.
I had to like stop myself from writing that Kimberly was very sexy. Like every time I saw her tonight,
I almost got broken up with.
She is like, dude, she's got to be like top 10 hottest women in the world at this point. I don't
Which
like
is crazy because
no joke.
Maybe it's just because WWF was just whooping their ass, so no one really talked about the girls, or maybe just because Kimberly didn't wrestle much. But like, I feel like I never heard about Kimberly Page in the trenches that we were in.
I don't either. And like, every single episode she's on here, she is like blow away. I'm talking like top 10, no joke. Yeah. Like just look at her, man. It's crazy. Yeah, really. I'm just saying, shout out Kimberly Page.
She should be getting at least $700,000 per year.
I think the first time I even heard anyone mention Kimberly Page was when she was in 40-Year-Old Virgin.
You're right. That's right. I think that's actually crazy. I think you're right. Yeah. That's what probably most people know her from.
I assume. The
woman that showed her titties in 40-Year-Old Virgin.
They don't know her name. That's just who. Yeah, that's who she is. So we have the New Blood Town Hall.
Yeah, they recap what just happened here. Russo walks into the New Blood locker room. Vampiro is sitting on top of the couch. Russo comes in, smashes a plant with a bat. He's flipping the fuck out. He says, "Everyone get to the ring right goddamn now. We got business to take care of." So they all start going to the ring. Russo's in an NYPD shirt.
He's crazy. I don't know what's going on with that.
And of course, the New Blood, which is Jeff Jarrett, Mike Awesome, Miss Elizabeth against her will, Kimberly Page, Chris Candido, and Sonny. Vampiro, Buff Bagwell, The Wall, The Franchise, The Cat, Dog, Cat Tree.
The Wall and Kimberly Page are the leaders of the New Blood. Don't let anybody tell you any different. So Russo gets to the ring and Shane Douglas is standing right there and Russo says, "Cut the damn music."
Wait, hold
on. Mike Awesome is standing in the shot the whole time.
Good.
His hair looks magnificent. He is chained out of his mind.
It is
he
an
looks
unbelievably
fantastic.
Sculpted mullet is what
Mike WCW said. Here. We do not care.
Yeah, you should fuck fat girls and love the 70s. That's all you should do.
This guy was peak like physique looks. This guy looked like the year 2000. He was built for this.
And how is he not the guy of the New Blood?
Crazy, man.
Well, we had, The Wall was the leader, so that's fair.
And Kimberly Page. That was the power couple. Don't let them tell you any different.
Just rewrite history. People are watch these shows. Oh, yeah, that sounds about right.
Yes. Russo calls out the Millionaires Club, and the Millionaires Club comes out.
They do. He says, "We're not here to play
Hogan
games."
Is leading the Millionaires Club on the stage, by the way. That's why everybody realized that.
Well, you got to put some respect on Chronic, who are also here for the Millionaires Club. I don't know if they were there for the brawl or not. I don't think they were. So the Millionaires Club comes out, which is Chronic, Hugh Morris, Kurt Hennig,
he is fired.
Hugh Morris is not working here anymore. He was fired. Flair, DDP, Canyon, Hogan.
He is fired on the stage with a guy that fired him.
Horace and Hulk, Sting, and Kurt Hennig is in a sleeveless turtleneck and jeans tucked into white boots. all Kurt
Hennig does this entire night is stand there with his hands on his hip. They do this segment like 4 times, and he does it every single time. He actually goes out of his way on the last time to make sure he gets his hands back on his hips.
This is an unbelievably crazy fucking guy here, man. So Vince Russo says, "These people cheer you because they're like you. They're scum." And he says, "You know what? I'm going to take off my boot, and I'm going to put every one of your names in that boot." And I was like, okay, well, that's maybe just being facetious. What? And one by one, the New Blood is going to pick out a name, and they're going to beat your sorry asses individually. And not just that. Tonight, it's New York rules. And what that means is, well, there is no rules. There are no rules, no referees. You pin the guy, and then you count it.
You beat the guy, you count it. You beat it, you count it.
What?
That's New York rules. Come on, man.
What commission had sanctioned that in New York? Because we know New York's commission's fucked up.
Newark
There's
rules.
no way. Not Newark rules.
Newark rules.
No.
What do you say to that? Slick dick. Newark rules.
No, it's not that.
Flair is off a rocker this whole show, man.
Flair is very flared out of his mind here. I don't know if he's just trying to get out of here or if he's just giving up, but he's just losing it. He says, "Did you take the time to take a look at who you're talking to, dipshit?"
Dipshit. What? New York rules.
New York rules. Brother, woo! Vince. By God, Russo, you were looking and talking to a collection of the greatest wrestlers that ever lived. He points to Horace Hogan. Woo!
Hugh Morris is doing a dance on the stage.
Kurt Hennig is putting on another turtleneck sleeveless.
Don't nobody do it like that, man. Crazy.
We accept your challenge, but one difference, we're going to take that boot and shove it up your ass. And everyone, the Millionaires Club, Horace Hogan leading the charge, charges down to the ring.
He was fired.
And Hugh Morris does not work here anymore.
They didn't even question it. There's this fucking unemployed wrestler on the whatever. You're in the New Blood.
Yeah, why we're bringing up that he is fired will make a lot more sense later on in the show.
Makes even less sense later on. It doesn't make any sense here. It makes even less later on. It gets worse.
So Millionaires Club, clear house. The WCW security come out to break things up. Tony Schiavone's on commentary trying to put this over. He says, "Oh, it's Ric Flair. It's the Cat. It's the franchise. It's Sting." He just tried his best. All the
stars are here.
The Wall is fighting with Ric Flair on the floor, and Flair just low blows him. Fuck you,
dude.
Man.
Horace and Mr. Perfect have a minute in the brawl where they meet each other in the center of the ring, and they're about to hit each other. And they go, "Wait a minute."
That happens in the Battle Royal a lot.
Dude, the Battle Royal is crazy. This is like the craziest Battle Royal. I don't even know what to say about that.
It is. We didn't plan for a 2-hour show. We have to fill 30 minutes. So DDP's shoving. Cops are in the ring as well. DDP is shoving police around. No rules, no referees, and that is how we started.
They just didn't pay the referees to be there that night, or they got stuck in traffic or something.
Well, the referees show up for the Battle Royal.
Yeah, well, yeah, I guess you're right.
So no, they paid them to do less work. Evan Courageous, 85,000. Referees, 120,000.
Jeff Jarrett versus Canyon is the first match of the evening.
Well, Jeff Jarrett's not alone though, is he?
No way. Of course, Jeff Jarrett gets with Kimberly.
I was like, what?
I just wrote down a wooga here. She is crazy.
Jeff Jarrett's a
top
crazy
10,
bastard.
maybe top 5. I'm no joke.
Schlong and dong that Jeff Jarrett.
No joke. Top 5, top 10 hottest.
Top 5, top 10
ever. Year 2000, she should have been on everything. I don't know. I'm just saying.
Yeah, she wasn't on one poster?
She should have been on everything. Genuinely.
By the way, Jeff Jarrett's pyro with the guitar is awesome. I love
it is in the ring
shit.
Where he sticks the guitar up.
So cool, yeah. So Jeff Jarrett gets a mic and he says, "I'm going to make this short and sweet, Chris Canyon. The Chosen One has handpicked your slap ass to kick tonight." They implied earlier that they would be pulling names out of a boot. There was no proof of this, but we're just trusting Jeff Jarrett.
Well, he's got the stroke around here.
Everyone's stroking Jeff Jarrett around here, it looks like. He says, "It ain't just me that you got heat with, you Hollywood wannabe. Kim wants to leave you flat on your back, just like she did her used-up husband. Now get your slap ass out here, Canyon." Well,
slap ass.
Jeff Jarrett must have forgot that Kimberly Page has a promo here as well.
Yes, I could not believe she was about to cut a promo. And not only that, I cannot believe what Kimberly Page said in this promo.
Kimberly Page says, "Hey, Paige, honey, I've been talking to Bischoff a lot lately, and the more I listen to him, the more I understand that you are not good enough for Kimberly. I mean, look at me, young,
look talented." At me. She points to herself with her name on her shirt.
With her name on her shirt.
That is
Very
Kimberly.
Julia Hart-esque. young, talented, educated, and look at you. I don't even know what she said. Do you know what she said here? Something bum from Nowheresville. I don't know what the line was.
No clue what she said.
Bum. It was very Scott Steiner.
Talking to the
mic. And everything you got in this business is because of Eric Bischoff. You're just as lame as all these wrestling marks out here.
I could not believe she said you wrestling marks. She said it with her chest too. You wrestling marks.
She turned around and pointed at all of them too. Mark.
That's crazy.
And just like
Mark.
that, Mark.
She legit just did that. Pointed a finger out of the crowd. Mark.
And you really don't deserve me, so go through the divorce and get on with your life, because we need to start thinking about what's really important. Me. And starts pointing to herself again.
She's right. She's right.
That's not wrong. Jeff Jarrett is out here, by the way, in a Slap Nuts t-shirt and black jeans, and Chris Kanyon also comes out in black jeans.
Slap ass, slap balls.
We are just wrestling here tonight in no gear.
So none of these matches tonight are anything.
No.
Kanyon does a Sicilian slice off the top.
This he invents the Sicilian slice here. It's unbelievable. This is just backstage assault, the game, except in the ring. This is what they wanted backstage assault to be. No referees. You count your own pin. Fuck you, man. Canyon's trying to do moves. They're trying to put over that he's the innovator, and Nova's fucking punching himself in the face while he's watching the show. Jarrett hits Kanyon in the back with a chair. That is when I learned that the matches are also no disqualification. I didn't know that part. I guess no rules implied that.
No rules, no refs.
No refs.
You
sure,
beat
I guess
off,
so.
You count it.
The WCW ring sounds awesome, by the way. Every bump sounds huge.
Yeah, no, it's always, historically, I think that's like, everyone should try to get that sound.
Yeah, I fucking thought it was awesome. Kimberly Page gets into the ring with the guitar, and then DDP's music starts playing.
This was crazy.
I'm very confused. DDP's music is playing. Kimberly is not fazed by this. DDP gets in the ring and takes the guitar from Kimberly. And then he starts consoling her, and maybe they're going to make up because, she's worried, and he hugs her. And then he steps back, and he fucking annihilates Kimberly with the guitar. He smashes it over her head.
DDP, if you do not treat Kimberly better, I am going to take her.
You are going to lose her.
I am taking her.
You are going to lose her, DDP.
I'm taking her. You ain't losing her. I'm taking her.
Dude, I was like, holy fuck. Smashes the guitar right over her fucking dome. I was blown away by this.
Yeah, I mean, she took it like a beast, too. She just went down straight up with it. That was pretty cool.
No way. Then he hits the diamond cutter on Jarrett. Kanyon pins Jarrett, counts his own pin, and Kanyon wins. And Mike Tenay is very excited about this, and he says, "That's how you do it. That's New York rules."
What the fuck is happening? Anyways, it shows Russo backstage with the new blood.
Flipping out.
And he says, "Big boy, you're up." I said, "Who's the big boy?"
"Don't disappoint me."
"It's the Wall."
The Wall.
The leader of the new blood.
The Wall is here. He's doing his entrance, and they play a hype video of him choke slamming a bunch of people through tables and most of his crowbar. Yeah, that was cool as fuck. Because it didn't have like music, did it? It was just like kind of played while
he said here's a
was happening.
Montage of the Wall choke slamming dudes. This is his thing. He likes to choke slam guys.
That's all through tables, and he chokeslammed crowbar off the stage or something like the Tron. It was awesome.
Dude, tables are already set up outside the ring. They have not mentioned it's a tables match yet. They say this. The tables are set up, they go, "There's tables set up outside the ring because that's just how the Wall likes to operate."
Yes, which is not how this ends up
That's
being.
Crazy.
That's just in his contract, $300,000 a year plus tables.
Tables match, it shows him choke slamming dudes through tables. Yeah, he's the leader of the new blood.
Yeah, hell yeah. So here comes his opponent, which they don't do a promo for. They're just like, okay, this is who he's facing because he must have been picked out of the boot. It is TP. Total Package is here in pants.
Yeah, he said, the pants will have to do for the night.
Yeah, fuck you,
New
man.
York rules.
Everyone is here just fighting tonight. He still gets pyro, though. No pants, or all pants, no gear, all pyro. All right.
Well, guess what, man? We don't even get 5 seconds into this fucking thing, and Russo's already out here.
Dude, so, yeah, they recap TP on Monday, trying to look for Elizabeth and all that shit. Elizabeth hitting Russo with the bat and then running away from Russo, but she's back with Russo on this show. And Hugh Morris is still fired.
We talked about that when we talked about that Nitro. She slaps Russo backstage, and we're like, oh, I guess he just gave up. Nah.
No, they got her back.
Yeah.
So there's a top-down view shot of a stare down between the Wall and TP, which I was like, okay, that's fucking cool. Well, the New Blood theme hits, and Russo comes out with Elizabeth and security, and the Wall jumps TP during Russo's entrance. So Russo gets on commentary. Tony Schiavone says, well, tables are around the ring, so I assume it's a tables match.
Yeah, it's the Walls match.
Walls rules here.
The Walls rules, Newark style. This is crazy.
God damn it, man. Russo is on commentary. He gets on commentary. Well, woo! Ric Flair is coming out as well.
Not even damn near 60 seconds after Russo comes out. The match ain't even gone nowhere yet. They just punched each other a few times.
No, they're just brawling, and Flair comes out for commentary. Russo says, you guys invited him? Flair gets on commentary and he channels Don Vito for some reason. I couldn't understand what the fuck. Luger, get Luger. I didn't know what the fuck he was talking about. He's flipping out on commentary. The Wall's just getting heat while Flair is yelling, come on, package. There's someone in the crowd with a sign that says, I wish I was at SmackDown.
Yeah, I hear that.
Flair says, Russo, you want to know a man if you saw one. What the fuck?
He is spitting. He is spitting right now.
What is stopping anyone from either group coming out here and just fighting? Why is this not a big team brawl every single match?
Because, No,
I don't. Is that in New York rules? Did I just miss that part?
Yeah, you missed out on the part. He said no rules. No referees, no
run-ins
no
except
fucking
sometimes.
Run-ins because we have a big battle royal later.
No run-ins except all the time run-ins. Every time run-in, actually.
You can run in, but we still gotta have the match. So run in and go outside the ring.
There's a limit of how many people can run in. After that, no more run-ins.
No rules, no referees, and if you're fired, you can work here for tonight.
So Flair tries to attack Russo on commentary while Luger's making his 2K comeback in the ring. He calls for the torture rack. Someone in the crowd has an "I am sitting next to Violent J" sign. That's
not
cool.
true.
Yeah, I don't think that's true at all. Violent J was definitely on Raw.
Well, he'll soon be here, so it's okay.
Luger is outside now, going after Russo. The Wall jumps him from behind. Then all of a sudden, Flair starts climbing over the commentary table, and then Russo hits him in the back with a baseball bat.
Dude,
Why was he doing
wonks
that?
him with the bat, too.
What was Flair doing? He was in the step bro position. What are you doing?
That's why Russo had to take him out. He said, not on my night.
Not on Thunder.
Not on Newark style rules.
So Russo hands the Wall the bat. TP puts the Wall in the torture rack. Russo then takes the bat back, hits TP in the stomach with the bat, and then Luger dumps the Wall near the table, and they both fall over, and TP wins.
Yep.
What the fuck are you talking about? Yup. What the fuck?
Look at the twos of you.
This is unbelievable. He kind of cut the side of the table, and then it was over?
Yeah, I think the Wall got screwed.
You think the Wall won?
I think the Wall got screwed.
It was a screw job. TP shoot put him through a table to win. He didn't want to put him over.
Yeah, I mean, I mean, just in general, the idea of the Wall versus Lex Luger is a crazy matchup in general, and I'm glad that this exists. I will say that this was fucking insane, and I have no idea what happened in this match. I do know that
TP wins.
Well, does anyone really? Does this history book? Is this the rules because there's no ref?
I don't, unless they retcon this episode on the next Nitro. I imagine this is all by the books. The main event is by the books. The main event is for a world title shot.
Hugh Morris is fired.
He's very fired.
So nothing here is canon.
Exceptionally fired. That's also fair, but still. Russo gets in the ring with Elizabeth and says, "Flair, right now, get in the ring. Let's do our 5 minutes right now." So I guess we're gonna fight at the pay-per-view. So Flair takes off his jacket and he gets in the ring. He snatches the mic and says, "You're a dead man, brother." and then Russo holds Elizabeth in front of him. Elizabeth then reverse low blows Russo. Russo falls down. Flair takes out security, then goes to put Russo in the figure 4, and then here comes the PT Cruiser tag team of Franchise and Buff Bagwell, and they come in and stomp out Flair.
I have nothing to say on that.
Fair enough.
I have
nothing to say about TP and Buff stomping out Flair? Or no, Franchise and Buff? That's the tag team champions. You got nothing to say about the tag team champions?
I didn't have not damn near well one thing to say about that one.
All right, fair enough.
But I do have written down here that Chronic are in the Hardy Boys gear to make the save.
They do come out and attack Franchise and Buff, and I don't know
Test.
whose music.
They both look like Test.
That's true. I'm not sure whose theme they came out to. They just came out to some music.
They actually might have the same Test shirt. That might actually be the Test shirt that he wears.
We got 2 Tests here.
That's insane. Same pants, same shirt.
The Wall is beating up TP on the floor while this is all going on, by the way, but nobody catches it. It's just you see it on hard cam.
Well, Flair is laid out in the ring at this point.
Of course.
And Billy Kidman then takes it upon himself that now is the perfect time to make his way onto the stage.
This is continuing from this last match. Billy Kidman comes out and he says, Nature Boy, you need to get your sorry ass up. Looks like I drew your name. You look pretty good.
Billy Kidman is the first person tonight to actually draw a piece of paper.
Yes.
What a mark. You didn't actually have to draw any names, dipshit.
Dumbass, it's a work, Mark. So, Nate, if you can get your ass up, I'm going to make you famous.
That's
so it is Ric
crazy.
Flair
First off,
Billy
Undertaker took that from Billy Kidman.
I can't believe it either,
That's
right?
Crazy.
Unbelievable.
Flair is, as this happens, Flair is screaming, woo, in the ring, and it's on the Tron as Billy Kidman is walking to the ring. So Billy's very serious walking to the ring, and Flair's saying, woo, woo, woo. He's shaking his head a bunch. It's crazy.
Kidman is in the first man to wrestle in his gear tonight because his gear is street clothes.
Mark.
They're doing some stuff for a minute here. Kidman hits a missile drop kick.
The match started in commercial.
That's also true.
We came back and Billy Kidman's like, I'm sure Flair was beating the shit out of him or something.
Yeah,
he comes back and
right.
Billy Kidman's on top.
Kidman hits a top rope superplex on Flair, which I was stunned by.
That was like one of Flair. Flair had his bumps, and he would do his bumps every match,
Sure.
and that was one of them for sure.
Give it to the kid. Kidman also whips Flair into the buckle, and Flair does the Flair thing on the buckle to the floor. The tables are still set up out here, by the way. That is no longer just the walls thing. Sorry,
no, it's now his Newark style. Now it's like you combined it into 2 things here. So
it could be a tables match if you want it to be.
Absolutely. If you have a montage of you putting people through tables, fine, we'll do a tables match.
Yeah, I guess, and we'll set them up out here. Kidman scoop slams Flair on the fucking outside, which is awesome. He hits Flair with a crazy strike combo, the craziest strike combo I've ever seen. Flair doesn't even know how to sell it. He just takes a back bump for it.
I respect that he gave him something, so there you go.
Yeah, he tried. Flair starts to come back after Kidman misses a splash off the top, the patented Billy Kidman splash.
That's always what he used to do. I remember. That was
Canyon
7-year itch
in the
was
previous
the splash.
match did that as well. So
it's
whatever.
A good move.
Flair is chopping Kidman in the corner, and here comes Conan and Rey Mysterio.
Well, you have to remember here that Kevin Nash tried to murder them on Monday.
He did try to kill them. They just returned to the company on Nitro, but they are here again.
They just returned, and Kevin Nash said, "Get out of our company."
He tried to murder them, and for all accounts, he did murder them. But
as far as we fucking knew on Monday, the filthy animals are dead.
And Hugh Morris was fired.
He is very fucking fired, and he should not be here.
So Conan and Rey Mysterio come out, stomp Flair out, and then the Wolfpack theme hits, and Kevin Nash in the FUBU comes to the ring.
He has come to finish the fucking job. You are dying tonight.
You are dying. Mysterio is scared for his life. He's trying to leave.
Dude.
Conan forces him to stay.
Dude, this Kevin Nash and Hulk Hogan thing might be the most blatant we're going over type shit I've ever seen in my life. This is crazy.
Conan and Rey Mysterio were paying for something that they did here. I don't know what it was. It was a contract. Yeah, there was a contract dispute or something, and they are getting their shit fucked up here.
Everybody in this segment gets jabroni big style. It is crazy.
Kevin Nash, you're giving the new. This is also Zandig, but it's also Kevin Nash. You're giving the new blood too much, brother. Gotta bring him down.
So Conan gets in the ring. Conan gets everything. Rey Mysterio just gets kind of thrown out of the ring.
That's true. Well, you know.
Conan gets the boot and the jackknife. It's nothing on Kevin, by the way. Nothing.
Mysterio gets like an elbow, I think, or something.
He just shakes off. Get the fuck off me. Dude, that was crazy.
What do you think of the Nash taunt before the jackknife? This was like JBL
crazy.
Cigar style. Yeah.
This was like I just finished a cigarette and now I'm throwing it on the ground and I'm stomping the cigarette out.
Yes.
Beside the guy.
Whoa.
With
that was awesome. Yes.
And Conan eats shit and jackknifed him straight to hell. And then Billy Kidman, he powdered out. He's not fucking dealing with this shit.
He's going to the back. He's out of here.
But wait a minute. Oh my God. Hulk Hogan is at the curtain and he attacks Billy Kidman.
He attacks Kidman and then they start playing his music.
Tony Schiavone says, that's not Hulk Hogan. That's Terry Bollea. Terry Bollea in the FUNB shirt. Dude, that's fucked up, that music. Holy.
Hogan throws Kidman in the ring. Mysterio pulls him out. Mike Awesome's theme hits now. This is still one continuous segment from Ric Flair fucking being beaten in the wall match, by the way. This is still going on. Mike Awesome's theme hits. Mike Awesome charges the ring. He's in gear. This man showed up to work tonight. He is in his fucking gear.
And he said, good, because you are going to work.
Yeah, you're going to get fucking beat.
He hits the ring. And he doesn't get anything. He gets nothing. Mike Awesome's like 6'3", 6'4", 7 foot as far as I know. 300 pounds of pure fuck. And Kevin Nash and Hulk Hogan said, fuck you, man.
They beat the shit out of him,
You are
man.
not awesome.
Bobby Heenan is trying to put over how tough Mike Awesome is for coming out here on his own to fight Hogan and Nash. He is getting his fucking shit stomped out.
That is crazy. It was like an extended beatdown. Fucking,
he gets hit with a jackknife.
He gets fucking jabroni big time here, dude. And then Kevin Nash, he said, give me the mic.
What does he say?
Kevin Nash. What did he? I didn't write down what he said. I wrote down that Kevin Nash announces the winner by outside interference. Here's Mike Awesome.
That's what he says. He says, I hate to inform you, Nature Boy, but the winner of the match due to outside interference is Mike Awesome. And they all point and laugh and crotch chop Mike Awesome.
They point and laugh. They laugh at him. And the winner by outside interference is Mike Awesome. Did they fucking taunt spam him with this?
And then they hit the Wolfpack theme. Nash wasn't even in the match.
What the fuck, man?
I wrote do the outside interference, the winner is Mike Awesome, and then I put a whole line of question marks.
Yeah, it was
laid him out, shit on him.
Was it on Night? Okay, so on Nitro, he
faced Hogan.
Yeah, and he fucking awesome bombed Hogan through the table, and then they said on Thunder, we are going to make sure that you fucking eat as much shit as possible, buddy.
Is Mike Awesome? Suck it.
That is crazy.
Tony Schiavone says, we have no idea what's going to come through the entryway next.
Yeah,
that's
a shoot.
How many run-ins was that? It was
like 20 minutes of just
Conan, Mysterio, Nash, Hogan, Mike Awesome. What the fuck?
Never stops, man. Never stops.
It still doesn't stop. It doesn't stop anymore after this.
Winner by outside interference is Mike Awesome. Fuck you, man.
Bitch.
Stupid ass ECW run, bitch.
Mark. This wrestling Mark
Tuesday
wins.
was a gladiator. That shit is crazy. Mike, like, you want to talk about a prospect? Mike Awesome is like 9 foot tall, 300 pounds, mullet, chain.
Fuck yeah, L.
Dude's last name is Awesome. Get the fuck out of here. No way.
Boo-boo.
That's
Boo-boo.
crazy. So, anyways, Vampiro's backstage slamming his head on a locker.
I couldn't even figure out what James, I swear I made a conscious effort to figure out what he said. I couldn't figure it out.
No way. He's slamming his head on a locker. Someone on commentary goes, what the
He probably said, I fucking should have tried harder to get the WWF. 600,000 sounds good though.
Not only is Vampiro slamming his out in the locker, but it even makes you question even more what the hell happened next. So DDP versus Vampiro is up next.
Well, they recap Mike Awesome getting his shit pushed in, by the way. Just in case
they have to recap it because there's back in the day, no one knew. If you just tuned in, you have no idea what's happening.
Especially WCW.
Yeah,
and
so
Mike
like
tonight says that's payback. He said that's payback Millionaires Club style.
Let them know.
But yes, DDP is out here in the jeans to fight Vampiro. Well, kinda. Because Vampiro gets jumped by Sting during his entrance.
Dude, what the hell was this? Someone walks out onto the stage with a black piece of cloth, just walking. It was Sting!
It's Sting!
Sting, known for coming from the ceiling and the roof and the banners, just walks out from Gorilla with a black piece of cloth.
Fuck you.
Fucking Vampiro!
He fucking drags Vampiro off the stage. He throws him into a bunch of bullshit off the side. There is a random bucket of blood near one of the lights that Sting just dumps on Vampiro? What the fuck?
Okay, this had to be a rib. They pour the bucket on him and then throw him into the ring.
And then DDP hits him with a diamond cutter and pins him. 1, 2, 3. He counts his own pin. Fuck you, Vampiro.
The big match at Slamboree is Sting versus Vampiro, and DDP just beat him in 3 fucking seconds.
This is legit just reversing everything they did on Monday.
This is crazy. And that's not even the craziest part. So backstage, Russo is now yelling at everyone in the New Blood. Vampiro is corpsing.
Vampiro is
visibly
blood.
Laughing.
Russo says, "Look at you, Vampiro. What are you smiling about?"
He can't stop laughing because I think he also knows how ridiculous this all is right here.
It's absurd. Yeah, but it was just to cycle back for 1 second. Vampiro is drenched in blood. It fucks up the whole canvas.
The whole night. There's still a 40-minute battle royal later, and they have to do this in that ring.
DDP also gets covered in this blood as well because of this.
That's a rib. Yes. Has to be a rib.
So Russo says, "Get on the same page, guys. Come on, Eric. Do something here." And they cut to the Millionaires Club, who is all happy in their locker room. It's just fucking crazy, man.
Mike Awesome versus Sting is next. And Sting was just out here.
Mike Awesome was also just out here.
Mike Awesome says, "Sting, I don't know how you're going to come out here from the roof of the rafters, but get out here." Sting was just here.
Mike Awesome's theme is playing forever before he comes out, by the way, because he has to sell that he got his ass whooped, and he limps to the ring and all.
Oh, my God. This is insane.
Even in his promo, he says, well, ow.
Oh my God.
They must have said, "You better go out there and sell that jackknife," like it was the worst thing you've ever been hit with, ever.
I can't believe he hit the Joel Gertner well, too.
He did, ow. He said, "I drew Sting's name out of the boot tonight."
Mark.
Okay, Stinger. Whether you're coming from the front door, the back door, the side door, the rafters, why don't you fly your Batman ass on out here?
Sting said, "Yeah, I'll just walk out."
Walks to the ring with his fucking music.
I'll be there in a minute.
Why did he leave?
Dude.
This is the first match of the night with 2 guys in their gear, by the way.
And there's just this fucking juice all over the ring. Mike Awesome just skating around on his boots. Everyone's just a mess. This is just crazy.
Brutal, bro. Yeah, Awesome hits a crazy ass scoop slam on Sting and then a splash, and then Awesome sells his back and doesn't count the pin, and Sting kicks out.
Sting said, "Not tonight, brother.
You are not getting even a fake 2 count on me. Fuck you, New Blood." Dude, the scoop slam Mike Awesome hit was insane. He just said, "I'm fucking, you're going." I think Sting didn't want to take it or something.
I'm pretty sure Sting didn't want to take anything tonight. It's just Thunder.
No.
This is not, Sting said, "Not tonight."
Don't worry about that, James, because Mike Awesome goes to the floor, and the Misfits in action are in the front row.
They're fired.
Lash LaRue, Van Hammer, Chavo Guerrero. All the fucking members except Hugh Morris, who was also fired.
They are fired.
So they jump Mike Awesome.
And nobody stops them.
Nobody stops
them.
They
do not
and
work
then they
here.
walk to the bag. They walk to the bag.
They do. You are fired. You do not work here.
How do you fucking do that?
Security does not care.
They they walk to the back. No one cares. Sting hits the Stinger splash on Awesome in the corner a couple times. Oh my God. Oh my fucking God. Mike Awesome, I'm so sorry. He fucking puts Mike Awesome in the Scorpion Deathlock. He rolls him over for it. They immediately start playing Sting's music. Mike Awesome has not tapped out yet.
Yes, he has. He has tapped 40 times. He tapped.
No, he is not.
He tapped like 40 times here. He kept tapping, and Sting just said, "I don't know what that means."
He tapped after they hit the music and the bell.
He tapped before that. He tapped.
Did he?
That's why they hit the music to get off of him. And Sting said, "No
in my
way."
Mind, okay, I'll have to. I believe you because that's fucking better. Because I thought that they just said we don't know how to call this. Hit his fucking music. He had to have tapped out right away.
The commentary is like he tapped. He's tapping. He's tapped. Sting is just like looking at him. He's like,
music is playing.
Are you tapping? The music's playing.
Well, that's a lot better than, dude. I thought that they just jabronied him and said, "I'll fuck you" at his music.
Well, it might be even worse because Sting said, "I do not care. I do not care."
Sorry,
crazy,
Mike
man.
Awesome,
Yeah,
man.
he was like tapping his shoulder, and Matt, he was like both hands. He did left and right.
Mike Awesome loses after winning by outside interference or something. I don't know.
His back hurts.
Yeah, of course it does.
Well, Russo is now yelling at the New Blood backstage, and he says, "Scott," I said, "Oh my God,
don't touch me.
Are the last hope." I think that's a Star Wars movie or something.
Steiner says, "I'm going to do it for me, not for you." Vampiro is still backstage covered in blood.
Dude, they keep him. They say no shower, do not wipe this off. Just stand around here for 2 more hours.
You are a dirty freak, and fuck you. You fucking stand here.
So next up, we got Scott Steiner and Hulk Hogan in a match.
Steiner
on Thunder.
Steiner has a lot to say. I wrote this down, but I would love if you read it. If you
No, I mean this is I mean it had to happen. First off, let me say this: Tony Schiavone buries all the belts. And I'm sure he was reading something, but this is crazy. Tony Schiavone says the titles on this show are secondary to the raw emotion of the wrestlers.
Oh, fucking hell! Why would you,
bro?
Why would you say that?
They're having a battle royal at the end of the night. That is for a shot at the world's title.
At the pay-per-view, at another pay-per-view, not this pay-per-view, by the way, which is even crazier.
Yeah, I think that one's for the Great American Bash.
It is, yes, which we're making...
That's next month.
It is the whole other... I assume it's next month, right? I think it's 3 months from now.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Sometime Flair will fight. Anyways, Steiner is out here with his freaks, Madeja and Shakira. He is the U.S. champion.
I was going to say, Steiner does have a belt here as well.
Yeah, he's the U.S. champion. I feel like Steiner...
gigantic.
Steiner always had a belt, it felt like. He was always either the world's champ or the U.S. champ or something, tag champ.
How do you not have that guy with the belt all the time? I mean, that makes fucking sense to me. He probably would whoop your ass if you didn't give him a belt. Make Scott happy. Just give him a belt, man. Put him a buff.
We talked about it before. He was legit, like in the South, one of the most popular wrestlers like around here.
Yeah, like all you crooked yellow teeth
Steiner was like the man around here. He just was. I don't know how it was around the rest of the world, but everybody knew Scott Steiner.
I always get excited when Scott Steiner shows up on the screen. So
yeah, me too. Especially when he has the mic in his hand. I was like, oh my god,
absolutely.
You know,
and he did the
weeks.
He did the rope lean too.
He had to because this promo was from the heart. That's how you know. If it's a work, Scott Steiner's down the ropes. If it's a shoot, he's on the ropes. You know, for weeks now, I've been watching this old, out of shape has-been talking about his spot in wrestling. I said, oh my god, that could be about anybody. That could be about anybody that Scott Steiner doesn't.
That could be the entire Millionaires Club.
Scott Steiner addresses his enemies every week, and he is not in a feud with any of them.
You're right.
But he goes on to talk about Hulk Hogan. He says, every time I see it, it makes me puke yellow and red. I was like, ain't no way. He ain't even yellow and red right now. He's Terry Bollea.
No,
he's shooting. He says, Hulk Hogan, you know I'm talking about you. And tonight, your spot in wrestling is in this ring, getting your ass kicked by me.
By me.
That is crazy. This is crazy. Scott Steiner's just talking about his spot in wrestling. And he said,
do you think they ever had Scott go over his promo with them beforehand? Or did they just say, just go, man, whatever?
You know, I feel like it probably started. I feel like they probably started that way. And they were like, Scott just like didn't care and didn't like.
He just went out there and said whatever he wanted anyway. So whatever.
And
what
the crowd went huge for it every time. And like, you got people talking. They're like, yeah, whatever. That works. Especially with Russo. Right. I bet Russo was like, yeah, just go shoot for
you know what? That's probably a good point. It probably did pick up when he started to come around, didn't it?
Yeah, he was probably just like, you talk. And he did. So he was talking about Hulk Hogan's spot and his old has-been taking up spots in wrestling. And he said, your spot in wrestling is getting your ass kicked by me tonight. And he said, and my spot is proving to you that now I am the man in wrestling.
And I'll make a believer out of you.
This is crazy. After I make a believer out of you, me and my freaks are going to go to your house and prove to your woman until she calls me the big bad booty daddy.
He's taking the freaks with him on a house call.
Me and my freaks are going to go to your house is the craziest line I've ever heard in my life.
I'm bringing them with me.
He is going to make a believer
woman
out of Hulk Hogan's wife. This is
He's going
crazy.
to fuck Linda Balea in front of the freaks or with them, depending on.
So Hulk Hogan, get your ass out here right now.
And he does. He does.
He listens. You listen to your commands from the big bad booty daddy.
Of course. He knows his spot in the ring tonight. It's getting your ass kicked by me.
Me and my freaks are going to come to your house. Sounds like an Xbox Live message.
We gotta start using that for shit. Me and my freaks are gonna come to your house and fuck your mom.
Until she calls him his gimmick name. That's awesome. Wow.
That's unbelievable, man. Is there anyone in the history of wrestling that was doing it like Scott Steiner at all? Like close?
This was like a coherent shoot. He said, we're going to talk about your spot in wrestling, and your spot tonight is getting your ass kicked by me.
You are old and you are fucking over the hill and you're a has-been.
What were we talking about before? Like wrestling promos are like, hey, you're a respectable fighter. And then the other guy said, I'm going to fuck your wife. Yeah. Scott Steiner was always the I'm going to fuck your wife part.
Yeah. Always fucking your wife, man.
That is so.
And he meant it.
This is the greatest wrestler.
I mean, because for anyone that's interested, by the way, there's a fantastic Scott Steiner angle, promo, and match on TNA Turning Point 2009, which we watch in the $10 tier on our Patreon. That's going up very soon. And it is fucking just as good, if not almost better than this here. Me
and my freaks are gonna go to your house. I'll never forget that whole thing. I think I legit pause it. Me and my freaks are gonna go to your house. I said there is.
He just wanted to include everybody. He's including everybody.
I would love to see the footage of him, Madeja, and Shakira showing up to have sex with Hulk Hogan's wife.
Can someone do a animation of this
at the door?
Draw it or do it in 2K or something. If you please produce this for us, that'd be fantastic. Please.
So this match isn't very much of anything.
Hogan comes out and they recap the fan getting tackled and Hogan getting bloodbath.
That's a good segment. They get the roof shot.
Yeah. Hogan is throwing axe bombers on Steiner. Steiner rolls to the floor and Hogan's going after him. They brawl into the crowd. Hugh Morris is now in the crowd, back to being fired. This is where he should have been originally. He's in the crowd again.
Fired, and he is fighting a signed wrestler.
He's attacking Steiner with chair. He's hit him with a chair. They go over they go back into the ring. Hugh Morris follows them into the ring. It is now Hogan and Hugh Morris against Scott Steiner. Scott Steiner is now doing a babyface comeback on Hugh Morris and Hulk Hogan.
This is Newark style right here, man.
Steiner does double low blow, double clothesline, and he fends off to the ropes. He looks to the back. He says, come on, send him, help me.
And they said, not tonight, brother.
Absolutely no chance. New blood is busy back here. We got Vampiro dripping back here, man.
He won't stop dripping.
So Hogan and Hugh Morris just go back to start whooping Steiner's ass. They beat his ass. And then they hit moves on him. And then Steiner
says, fuck, I'm going to your house. Me and my freaks are going to your house right now.
Steiner rolls to the floor, says, screw you, and leaves with his freaks. He just leaves. And then on commentary, they say, Hugh Morris counted out Scott Steiner. Hulk Hogan wins. What?
Newark rules.
What the fuck? What the fuck are you talking about? Oh, Hugh Morris is not in the match, and he's not in the company.
Get out of our company. You are fired.
What is wrong with this fucking place? How does Hugh Morris have any jurisdiction over this match?
Hulk Hogan and Hugh Morris better beat Scott Steiner to his house, or his wife is his.
Scott Steiner's gonna fuck Hugh Morris's wife at Hulk Hogan's house.
This is crazy. So backstage, Bischoff is on the phone, and he tells whoever it is, they gotta get here right now.
Get here now. You know how to get here. I want you here. Scott Steiner bursts in and is flipping the fuck out, man. He is losing it.
He goozles Russo and Bischoff at the same time. This is nuts.
He's just screaming at their... I don't know what he says. He's just screaming in their faces. Fuck you! Bischoff says, I got it covered. And Steiner says, screw you! And they leaves. And then Bischoff throws the camera guy out of the room.
Screw you is an iconic Steiner line. Screw you.
Yeah. Screw you with the arm gimmick. I don't know how people
the arm gimmick.
What do you call
arm
that?
Gimmick?
Where you fucking the gimmick. Come on.
You talking about where he shakes his arm?
No, where you slap your bicep to tell him to fuck off.
Oh my god! You're talking about the fuck you thing, like
yes,
universal fuck you thing.
Yes,
I thought you were talking about something Scott Steiner did. I was like, he's shaking both his arms. Screw you.
Well, Steiner does the universal fuck you on the stage when he leaves. That's what I was talking about. He starts flexing.
Screw you.
He starts pumping up the pre-flex taunt where he shakes his arms.
Damn reckoning in the fucking screw you.
Why didn't he do that?
That's what he was meant to do, I think he was meant to do that.
I think you're right.
Holy. Oh, wow. Yeah.
So anyway.
Yeah, a limo pulls out with FUNB.
Another limo. FUNB on the license plate. They say, who is that? They say, is that someone for the New Blood? The license plate says FUNB.
I think they argue with him. What do you mean? Is that for... He said that could mean for United New Blood. It could mean what?
Shut up.
Do you really think that?
What's wrong with you, man?
So next up, we get Buff Bagwell and Shane Douglas versus Chronic with a C.
Now, you better get his name right. That is Buff Bagwell and the franchise.
No, I'm sorry about that. The franchise.
So Buff Bagwell comes out doing all his shit. The franchise comes out with both tag titles.
The Buff ain't holding no damn belt.
Buff forgot his. This is a no tags tag match, and they have to count their own pins.
No refs, no tags.
Unless Hugh Morris comes out, then he can count the pins.
Something's going down in this match. I don't know.
Chronic with a C, by the way. K and also a C. This is crazy here. I'm not sure.
We talked about this before, I swear to God.
Yeah.
But
I still don't remember.
I always remember Chronic with the 2K.
Yes, as well. I also, I agree.
Weird.
But Chronic with a C is here tonight. And they're running train on the franchise.
Test and Test are here.
Franchise hits a running Lance Chancery on Bryan Adams?
That isn't a submission.
No, it's a move.
Yeah.
And then Bryan Adams invents the F5.
Yeah, he hits the verdict.
What the fuck? You think he was watching ECW? His dick hurts.
Big dick hurts guy. They should have put him with Chronic. That'd been crazy.
Bryan Adams, yeah, this is straight up just F5 here, which is Brock. This might have been the first wrestling show Brock ever watched, and he said, "Oh, I'm gonna do that."
Yo, that would be crazy. He said, "Oh, Newark rules."
That's my canon. That's my canon. Yeah, I'm gonna get with this Newark guy, Paul Heyman.
Big Newark guy.
New York rules changed Brock Lesnar's trajectory. He said, "I don't want to work there, but."
This was awesome. Look at this.
Buff hits a blockbuster on Brian Clark. Buff covers Clark in the ring. Shane Douglas counts the pin. Fairly, by the way. Normal count. 1, 2, no fast count. What's wrong
Screw
with you? Flexing his arms. His shimmy. Bryan Adams breaks it up. They hit a double clothesline on Buff. Bryan Adams double clotheslines Buff and Franchise. Chronic hits High Time on Franchise. Brian Clark counts the pin for Bryan Adams, and they win. And then Bryan Adams grabs the tag belt.
That's right.
And Tony Schiavone, very seriously, not joking, he says, "Now, does this mean they're the champions?"
And Chronic said, "Yes, it does."
Yes, it does, because they leave with the tag belts. Bobby Heenan says, "I don't know, I'm sitting next to you, man."
That's Newark style, baby. That's how we get it done.
This is unfucking
Where is the Thunder,
man.
by the way?
It's probably in Mobile, Alabama.
It's in Memphis, Tennessee. They're doing New York style rules.
Oh, it's the Mid-South Coliseum. That's right. It's the Mid-South Coliseum.
It's in the Mid-South Coliseum with New York rules for all the matches.
Well, if you do New York rules in the East Coast, they probably wouldn't hate it as much. Of course, they would hate it in Tennessee.
Oh, my goodness. Okay.
They're not supposed to like this show.
Well, Chronic,
they're not supposed to like this show.
Chronic are or are not the tag team champions.
Now, does this mean they're the champions? That is unbelievable. He is on commentary saying this. Did they not have earpieces? No one's.
They weren't telling them nothing.
Yeah, I guess not.
Eric Bischoff is giving a speech backstage. Vampiro is in the goop on the couch. He is just sitting on the fucking couch.
Bischoff's mic is fucked up here, by the way, as well. You can't really hear what the fuck he's saying.
They don't
but
fix
he's saying,
it.
I know those.
They actually don't fix it until like a little bit into the town hall. They fucking something got unplugged. It's not the mic feed is not on the program. It's just
I was gonna say because it's fucked
feed.
up here. It's fucked up here in the back, and also fucked up, like you said, in the ring. How the fuck is that possible?
Well, a big ass bus pulls up behind the limo that came up earlier.
Oh my god, that must be for the new blood.
No one's getting out of here. There's 2 limos and a bus.
This is why Conan and Mysterio got their asses beat
right.
on Monday. There's too much traffic here in this parking lot.
So we get the second New Blood Town Hall.
Just in case you missed the first one.
Holy shit, dude. It is the exact same town hall as before, down to exactly what happens.
You're right.
It's like they reset the format and then just went back. It's like we got to reset the format and then a 40-minute battle royal.
Dude, I actually didn't even realize it is the exact same fucking thing, like down to a T. The New Blood are walking through the backstage with weapons. Now, Bischoff and Russo have bats. Kidman has a pipe. Meat has a crowbar. Cat has a shoe. Mike Awesome has a ball peen hammer.
That's awesome.
They all come to the ring. And Schiavone legitimately says, "Is this a different Russo than we saw in segment 1?"
They said that earlier. They're like, and we're only in segment 6. What?
You are fucking crazy, Tony Schiavone. Bischoff with his fucked up microphone says, "It's real simple. We may have a lot in common, but the big difference is he's a little bit of a hothead. Me, on the other hand, I like to think things through. And I've been thinking about everything that's been going on tonight. We try to do this the right way. We try to be sportsmen and create a level playing field." And he shows level playing field by holding a bat, which is not leveled.
It's fucked up. The bat is fucked up.
But that wasn't good enough. You guys want guerrilla warfare? I think that's a great idea. Hey, Millionaires Club, are you back there? Are you back there?
Hey, Wall. Hey, what's up?
Who else is back there? Well, Ric Flair's music hits. Flair comes out, and Bischoff is talking shit to him while he's making his entrance. He says, "You got a microphone? Maybe he's got something to say."
Dude.
I assume so.
Hugh Morris is here. You are fired.
What are you doing, man?
This is crazy. This is the same fucking segment that we saw at the start of the show.
Bischoff says, "There's 11 of us. There's 11 of you. How about it?" Flair says, "Once again, you're overthinking it, Bischoff. Well, I'm looking at the greatest wrestlers ever here."
Fucking Hugh Morris is on the stage.
Kurt Hennig is hands on his hips. Turtleneck. Tucked into white boots. Flair says, "I'm looking at tradition, and we got nothing left to prove tonight. But if you want to go one more time, we'll come in there. Over the top battle royal. Over the top battle royal specifically, by the way."
Flair booked Matt. I didn't even put this together. Flair booked the biggest, longest battle royale ever for a world title shot, and then said, "I'm going over tonight." That's crazy.
You're right. Over the top battle royal. Last man standing gets a shot at the world title at the Great American Bash.
Slamboree is in 4 days.
Slamboree, they have not talked about at all. Flair says, Russo, suck them up, baby. Suck them up. I don't know what the fuck that means. Suck them up. Doing the flexing. Suck them up.
Bischoff says, bring it on. And Flair's like off the microphone. Like, you know, you have the microphones anywhere. You can just hear, you got it, baby.
They all rush the ring, and it is a battle royal. Over the top rope battle royal for the main event of the fucking show. World title shot on the line. New Blood Millionaires Club. There are referees out here. Brian Clark and Brian Adams show up 3 minutes into the match and join in. The first fucking 5 to 10 minutes of this, maybe more than that, no eliminations whatsoever, man.
This is the longest, fucking craziest. I don't even know if this...
The ring is full.
I'm surprised it like stayed up, honestly.
Me too. I was thinking that too. I was like, damn, there's a lot of fucking people in here. So the ring is full with everybody we talked about for the whole fucking show. I can't believe this is a battle royal, but Booker T's music hits, and here comes Vito, Bam Bam, Stevie Ray. No, sorry, this is wrong. Booker T's music hits after this. More people come out before this.
The Harris Brothers come out. The Harris Brothers.
Vito, Bam Bam, Johnny Stamboli, and the Harris Brothers come out 10 minutes into the match and just join the fight.
There's more people joining.
They're just like, oh, here we go. More Booker T's music hits. Stevie Ray, Ahmed Johnson, Norman Smiley, and some other fucking dude come out. What the fuck is happening? Horace Hogan gets eliminated first.
Dude, first off, no one's even fucking fighting in this ring. No one's doing anything. No,
they're just holding each other.
There's people that are legit not even doing that. They're just standing there.
Walking around.
This is crazy. Horace, he's the leader of the Millionaires Club. How did he get eliminated
first? He's out.
My God. Bam Bam Bigelow eliminated him. Bam Bam Bigelow didn't even take off his shirt for this.
Bam Bam didn't take off his shirt for this WCW.
Oh, you're right. The entire WCW run.
He comes back and Goldberg fucks him up and he doesn't want to take his shirt off.
Yeah, well, guess what? Tank Abbott is out here now.
Tank Abbott is out here in a shirt. He walks out here in a shirt. He just walks into the ring. This is a battle royal, but also Royal Rumble style, but also Casino Battle Royale style with groups of people joining at random intervals with sometimes music, sometimes no music. Flair is outside the ring beating up Shane Douglas with a pipe.
Oh my God.
I don't know if they're eliminated or not.
I have no idea. This shit is like a half hour already. It's already been like a half hour.
Yeah. Kurt Hennig gets eliminated by Meat. Scott Steiner's on the apron yelling and chasing referees. There's a commercial break. It leaves to go to commercial break with a top-down shot. We come back to the top-down shot. It looks like the same exact amount of people are still in the ring.
No way that anyone was eliminated.
Lex eliminates Bagwell. Sting gets eliminated and then drags Vampiro over the top, but they cut away from it so we don't see him get eliminated. Steiner and Hugh Morris may or may not have been eliminated.
Hugh Morris does not work here.
I don't know what's happening.
You are fired.
Well, he could have had a world title shot.
Jesus
Sting and Vampiro
Christ.
brawl up the ramp, and they cut away as Sting is going to suplex him on the stage. Chavo and Lash LaRue are in the ring.
You do not work here.
You don't work here.
You do not work here. Get the fuck out of here.
Medusa and Asia are out here now, attacking the franchise. And Tony Schiavone is calling them Mona. Both of them.
There they are.
Them are Mona. Mona's here. Oh my God, Mona's here. Then Mona, who is Molly Holly, comes out and attacks Asia. Schiavone kept calling Medusa Mona, and then Mona comes out and Schiavone says, oh, she must have heard me.
They're just having a fucking rib at this point. The boys are just having fun.
This is Tank Abbott is beating up the franchise. The franchise gives him a look, and Tank Abbott realizes they're both on the same team and walks away. Then more music hits. Hacksaw Duggan in a janitor outfit.
He's the janitor.
He comes out with a 2x4, eliminates Bam Bam, the cat, and then himself.
Dude, he eliminates like 4 or 5 people and then just walks out of the ring. Like, there he goes. He said he was a mercenary for hire. He is the janitor.
And he eliminated himself.
Tank Abbott gets eliminated and just fucking walks away from the ring. No expression. No nothing. He just walks away.
Doesn't give a fuck about this match. They probably last minute said, Tank, you should go out there.
Just walks away from the ring. I bet you what was happening. The match was going on. And they saw dudes walk by Gorilla and they said, hey, go join the match.
We go backstage during the Battle Royal. The limo door opens, the FUNB limo door, and someone is walking to the arena. The commentators are screaming to tell the cameraman to raise the camera up because it's only showing his fucking feet. They keep cutting back from this guy and the Battle Royal. And then the man
Christian Cage
arrives. It's not, sadly, I would have been fucking crazy. I'd be very confused. Macho Man Randy Savage is here. Macho Man is here, and everyone in the ring stops and panics. Macho Man gets in, he gloms all of the new blood, eliminates fucking Mike Awesome and the Wall.
Macho Man does not take off the hat, does not take off the glasses. He is eliminating people with the hat and the glasses on.
This is crazy, man. And then he was about to eliminate himself. Franchise cuts him off. DDP eliminates Jarrett and then himself. And then Macho Man is gone. He's just gone.
Had to get out of there, man.
I think he goes to the middle rope and is just eliminated.
Had to get out of there.
So it's down to Hogan, Kidman, Flair, and the Franchise. These are the final 4. Welp, here comes Bret Hart. Bret Hart is here. Black shirt and jeans. He gets in the ring with a chair and he hits Hulk Hogan with a chair in the back.
And he walks away.
He leaves. And then Hulk Hogan goes under the bottom rope and he's eliminated.
He's out of here.
He's gone. So it is down to Flair, Kidman, and Franchise. Flair throws Kidman over the top rope. DDP and Jarrett are fighting on the stage, by the way. Please keep that in mind. You have to keep that in mind.
Yeah, please. That's a big part of this.
Vince Russo comes out with a bat. Ric Flair is putting the Franchise in the figure 4.
That's how you win the Battle Royal, is the figure 4.
Well, you got to say he submits, of course. He's in the figure 4. Russo gets in the ring with a bat. He goes to swing to hit Flair and somehow hits the Franchise.
Wouldn't know. The camera angle did not show me.
Not even close. So Franchise gets hit with a bat by Vince Russo. Then Flair hits Franchise with the bat as well and eliminates him. Flair wins and then starts crotch chopping.
He got the mic and said, fuck you, Mike Awesome. Fuck you.
Ric Flair wins the 400-man battle royal that he booked, and he gets a world title shot at the Great American Bash now.
That's what it's all about, baby. That's the biz. Hogan was not eliminated.
This is the most delusional fucking battle royal that I have ever watched.
The show ended after Buff Bagwell and Shane Douglas versus Chronic. They legit just restarted the show again and then added a battle royal. It's crazy.
Right. So it is not over. So Flair is in the ring celebrating crotch chopping. All of a sudden, there's a commotion, and it cuts to Hogan and Kidman going through an announce table with Bischoff hitting Hogan with a bat. What the fuck happened here?
Announce table breaks.
What is happening?
Hogan goes for a suplex on Kidman. Bischoff then fucking hits Hogan.
Oh, is that what happened?
And then
okay.
He somehow put him to the table.
All the while, by the way, so Kidman and Hogan are through a table. DDP is climbing the Turnatron. Jarrett is also climbing the Turnatron. They're battling on the truss. Both of them. Now, you would think that this means someone's taking a bump.
They were definitely supposed to.
Someone who I think was David Arquette walks out from the entranceway with a guitar.
What was he even there for?
He walks out with a guitar, staring at the ring. He makes a sharp right and falls through the stage.
The stage is gimmicked, and he fucking walked up the gimmick part and ate shit under the stage.
He dies through the stage. It fucks up the whole spot. So they cut back to ringside because they know this is fucked up. They do a shot too of where he fell through the stage. Back at the announce table, Macho Man, I think, has chased Bischoff and Kidman through the crowd, and he's trying to help Hogan up.
It shows him in the stage.
Yes.
It shows him laying there in the stage.
He's laying on the
Commentary
ground.
doesn't even acknowledge it. It's just, all you hear is... You just see somebody through the stage.
You can't even, they don't acknowledge that it's David Arquette. You don't have any clue.
Jeff Jarrett and DDP are on this truss looking down. I have never seen or heard this in my life before. I can't believe this isn't all over the place. He fucking eats shit to the stage and both of them look down and they're just like, fuck.
What do we do? So it cuts to Macho Man at the ringside. Then the last thing you see is Jeff Jarrett posing on the stage.
Doesn't ever show DDP getting down.
DDP bumps and they don't show it. Jarrett's posing on the stage, and Tony Schiavone says, "Oh, Jarrett must have thrown DDP off."
And that is the final shot of the show. They just go, "That must have happened." All right, let's see you next week.
This is. I replayed David Arquette walking out at least 10 times because I couldn't believe it. I said, "What the fuck did I just see?"
It took me like. I genuinely had, until I saw, like at first I was like, what the fuck? And then I saw him under the stage. And then I slowed it down and you could see him walk in front of the camera. It is insane.
So that is what I'm going to go back to the Observer now because it talks about this. Because, all right, so this is from the May 8th Observer. The big finish was totally screwed up. The idea was that Jarrett and Page were to climb a scaffolding with the idea that Arcade would also climb with a guitar, hit either Jarrett or Page, and it would make sense to be Jarrett, and that is who I was told it was supposed to be, with a guitar. And then who would take the bump would be whoever he hit with the guitar. And they gimmicked part of the stage that they would fall through, similar to Mick Foley's bump at No Way Out and Crowbar's bump that nobody remembers into the gymnastic
All right, well, that was a call for that last
part.
They
recap this. Fuck you, Meltzer. When leaving the ring by... James, this is even crazier. I didn't realize this. When leaving the ring by accident, Asia stepped on the set and fell through it. So everyone could see it was gimmicked. Arquette then ran out and wasn't given directions as to what to avoid, so he fell through it as well. So Jarrett and Page improvised, with Page deciding to save the show and take the bump into what was already a gimmicked hole in the stage.
Oh my God.
So that was before the show aired, I think. So then the May 15th Observer, he says, regarding Thunder, they simply edited out virtually everything regarding Page and Jarrett angle where Page took a bump off the lighting stand through a gimmick part of the stage. They showed the two briefly brawling very high and then cut away. They edited to where they came back and Page was simply lying in the hole. Now, I don't know if that's true, because I think they just showed David Arquette in the hole.
Maybe they edited even more. Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe. Because this is David Arquette, who had fallen in the hole, never appeared on television at all, and they acted as if he wasn't there. So maybe
you could definitely see him walk in front of the camera.
There's another cut of this or something, or maybe he just didn't notice.
We must find the uncut footage.
So the original angle was for Page, not Jarrett, to take the bump, but to appear as a miscue by Arquette, which later was a part of the story. So Arquette was supposed to accidentally hit DDP, and DDP was going to take the bump. But Asia actually also fell through the stage.
Yeah, apparently that was like earlier, like a little bit earlier.
It was during the Battle Royal.
That's the crowd. That's crazy. The crowd probably just saw her just fucking fall through the stage and probably like, what the fuck?
This is an unbelievable fucking blunder that I can't believe I didn't already know about.
I that's what I was saying. I can't believe that I've never even heard of this.
No,
ever.
Me neither.
So like,
and I feel like I'm usually. I mean, we're big Botchamania guys and all that stuff. This
had to have been on Botchamania
like
before, right?
I'm sure it has, absolutely.
Yeah, it had to
but
have been.
I feel like this should be a lot more legendary than it is.
It's insane. He walks by the screen and then it shows someone in a hole. You just hear and it shows someone in a hole.
Jeff Jarrett is just on the stage taunting, and they say, "Oh, he must have threw him off."
That's crazy. That's after a 45-minute battle royale that Ric Flair booked and won.
The shittiest battle royal of all time. Of all time. No way. This is unbelievable, man.
This is crazy, bro. Really.
This is
Thunder.
we might have to do more Thunder, man, because there is some thoughtless shit going on Thunder that may have been lost to time.
I've watched a lot of shoot interviews with Kevin Nash and shit, and they talk about how Thunder was a whatever, they just kind of did whatever. I need to hear the real. I want to hear the actual what happened when you guys stepped into the room to book this shit, because this is really crazy.
Especially this episode specifically. This is out of control. Fucking what kayfabe commentaries needs to do a WCW timeline with Kevin Nash about
Sean Oliver has a podcast with Kevin Nash now.
Nash.
Just ask him about this.
Please, they have to, right? They have to get to this.
Please
right?
just ask him what's the deal.
If there's a fan question part of that show, please ask about this fucking episode, because
or just specifically, do you remember anything about Asia and
David Arquette falling to the
stage while DDP then took a bump into a fucking exposed hole
after you killed Mike Awesome?
Yeah, ask about the Mike Awesome thing too. Ask about the taunt where he threw the cigarette on the ground and then stomped it out and then told him to suck it.
Tell Kevin Nash this is a legendary Thunder episode that he has to talk about.
Yeah, that would be a great episode to talk about.
So that was WCW Thunder for May 3rd, 2000, and that was
our
Boys
is fired
show. You fuck off, fucking misfits in action. Get out of our company, man.